Motherfuck, noise. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Noise. Smoking weed, doing coke, drinking beers. Rolling fatties, smoking blunts. Who smokes the blunts? We smoke the blunts. Rolling blunts and smoking weed.
Podcasting from somewhere in Central Florida.
Where is the bloody rum?
I see you've tried knifey spoony before.
Just drink some rum.
Rum is the power, rum is the key, rum is the thing that will set us free. Rum,
And nerdy. And nerdy.
Sit back, relax. Remember to turn off your cell phones. For the next hour, let me be your Candy Crush.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Rum and Nerdy. I'm Greg.
And I'm Garrick.
And this is episode 4.15, Elote. And we have, again, for the second week in a row, because we're recording in the same weekend, Brandie is here. Hey, Brandie.
Hi, guys.
So we just are finishing up. Actually, we'll come back to that. First, let's address elote. Like, we're coming up with a food dish. Brandie, you said this, and like, all of a sudden my mouth started working because, man, that is so good.
You know what? I can't even explain elote other than it's like an orgasm in your mouth.
Which perfectly follows banana cream pie last week, I guess. Which is an explosion not in your mouth.
This is a Spanish dish. This is something I'm assuming I've had at some point in time, but I don't think I've ever ordered off a menu.
Oh, so
what is it?
It's corn.
It's a tortilla with your choice of meat, beans, cheese, or vegetable?
No, it's cob out from inside the corn.
So it's like animal feed.
No, it's kernel corn. But it's cooked like in butter and oil, lime. It's topped with what is that cheese?
Cojita
cheese.
Cojita cheese, cilantro.
Tahine.
I mean, there's lots of different things. A lot of people make it with mayonnaise, too. Like,
a little
drizzle
of mayonnaise.
You kind of lost me at corn. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, it's like one of the, you can use it, okay, so you can eat it as a side dish, or you can use it as like a party dip. Like
in a world that already has guacamole, I just wouldn't go for the corn.
Oh, you would if you tried it.
Counterpoint,
I think
guacamole.
Yes, but this is it's just a good dish. It's
it's just so creamy and it melts in your mouth and it's like you just keep eating it. It just
okay. Well,
yeah,
one of these days.
It's so good. You agreed so readily to elote without, I guess, really knowing what it was.
Because I thought it was part of the taco burrito family.
It is. It's a Mexican dish.
Yeah, but so here's the thing. Garrick, please explain Mexican food to our friend.
Everything is exactly the same. It just comes in a slightly different shape. It's a tortilla with your choice of meat, bean, cheese, or vegetable. Everything.
He's not wrong.
Tacos, burritos.
Would you like a taco?
Yeah.
A folded... A folded...
a taco is really just an open-faced burrito.
It is.
Right, but a taco also generally is a corn tortilla where a burrito is a flour tortilla. So.
Unless you do a soft taco.
Unless you do a soft taco,
You can get them both ways, yeah.
You can.
I'm on team soft taco.
But you can't eat a burrito with a corn tortilla.
I've never bitten into a hard taco and not had it crack in half and everything fall out onto my plate and think, I feel like I should have gone with the soft taco. To which Taco Bell once said, hey, you know what? We're going to take your hard taco. We're going to smother it in cheese to use as a binder and then wrap it in a soft taco because soft tacos are better. Why don't you just get the soft tacos?
Because the crunch.
It's best of both worlds.
I know. They're putting shit in a Dorito. It's amazing.
Yeah, now you get the Dorito tacos.
Okay, so
Sandy
the
eats the shit out
Dorito
of
shells are the ones that fall apart like no other. There's not one that I have not taken a bite.
Unless you eat it more than 3.5 seconds after it's made, and then it's soggy as fuck.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So you've literally got to shove one half of it in your mouth and then eat the other half right after that. Because
and then it just turns into
a 2-bite taco.
A Dorito burrito, yeah.
Yeah, it's a 2-bite taco.
Ooh, Dorito burrito.
Remember the the taco shells, the hard taco shells that I got that were made out of like pumpkin seeds or whatever.
Oh God, those were amazing.
Those were good. They tasted awesome. They were crunchy.
Where did you get those?
this magical place called Whole Foods.
Oh my God. The pumpkin seed taco shells. Those were freaking amazing.
They were. They tasted good. Perfect crunch.
Perfect crunch. And they didn't get soggy.
Right?
Did we just say pumpkin spice tacos?
Pumpkin seed. They're made out of them.
Pumpkin seed.
No, I found them because I was buying a lot of replacement foods that were lower carbs. And these are ridiculously low carb health food kind of thing. I'll send you the link to them because you can get them on Amazon.
I don't
They're
think I've
really-
seen the pumpkin one.
Even if it
Yeah.
wasn't like a healthy low carb option, I would choose it over corn or any of that other bullshit. Like they're genuinely really good.
They're just amazeballs.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna send me the link. I'd like to check it out. I just started doing the cheese shell tacos. Have you ever done that?
No.
Where you make the cheese shells?
No, you just
Well, you get parchment paper and you take your favorite cheeses and you put it in a pile and you bake it.
Yeah.
And then you take it out and let them dry, and harden, and then you eat tacos. You fill it.
my Wisconsin is tingling.
Oh my Lord. TMI.
You know what? I'm sitting realizing that we are 6 minutes into Rum and Nerdy, and I still don't have a drink.
Oh yeah. So I brought over 2 rums. One, because everybody that has reached out to us so far, it was just really enjoying Brandie's rum review, or rather the sounds you made while drinking rum. So
Actually, this is true. We've had multiple people reach out. I mean, at this point, we're recording on Saturday afternoon. The episode, the first episode, last week's episode, has been out for like 36 hours, and we've had people go, "Your reactions to the rum were fantastic."
yeah.
Well, let's see what happens this time.
So I thought about having her try some of the Plantation XO, because we're also in bottle killing mood, and
Yeah, I'm back up to like 30 bottles. So let's kill some.
yeah. So this is almost empty.
All right, let's do this. Just so you all know, they are trying to get me drunk before I get on the plane.
The only way to fly.
Well, and also just for full disclosure, we're not on the plane. So,
also true.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a great thing. I appreciate you guys. My trip here was full of nothing but crying babies. So
well, this will help.
Wait till the return trip.
let's hope not
Yeah.
for crying babies.
Hey, at least this one's direct.
That is true. I believe that was a dig at you.
No, I don't know that it was.
I was gonna drink the rest of this.
There wasn't a direct flight available that day at that time.
Well, there was a comment made at the table that you didn't get to hear that says, well, at least I got you on a direct flight.
Oh, well.
She was complaining about her flight out, and
Um,
I said, "Hey, I only booked the return."
truth be told, I emptied my Southwest miles account down to 246. That's how close it was for me to be able to book that flight.
That's not
Wow.
even. Those aren't even enough miles to get internet on the plane.
No.
Yeah, I don't know miles. I'm not a flyer. Hopefully
yeah.
this is something
We fly enough that we
Cheers.
are truly trying to travel everywhere for free. Oh, this is such a good one. Yeah, Garrick's drinking right out of the bottle, folks.
Yeah, we didn't have any more of the fancy glasses, so
Oh, so good.
It just smells so good.
This one is so smooth. So first off, Plantation is about our favorite rum right now. We are both been kind of on a kick. Plantation can do no wrong.
yeah. And this is the 20th anniversary XO version.
This is so good.
It's really good.
It's like an instant tingle on the tip of your tongue. It's like
Super
First sip.
smooth. Like
Yeah, this
we're
is
drinking this neat, super smooth.
yeah, it doesn't need to be chilled. It doesn't need anything. It's just perfect. Who is this by?
Plantation.
Plantation rum. You guys rock.
From Barbados. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I don't think there's anything in the Plantation lineup where you drink it and you're like, nah. Everything they have is above average.
This is like when we really talk about with somebody who doesn't necessarily drink a lot of rums like we do.
This is
There's
good.
so many, and as a bartender, like most bars, you think what are your rums? You know, Bacardi and Captain Morgan,
Right.
Sailor Jerry, things like that, and those are garbage. The only thing they have going for them is the marketing budget.
Well, the crazy thing is, I've noticed, being a bartender, especially over on the West Coast, from LA, and I bartended LA for 20 years. LA is not rum drinkers,
No.
like at all.
No.
But when I came over here to Florida, it was like rum across the table. Like every bar we were going to, it was rum drinks. Like everything's rum.
Florida's like the birthplace of rum in the in the continental United States.
Okay, we've talked about this a couple times on the show. For, American history.
Right.
Boston Tea Party. Everybody's like, yeah, we don't want taxes. We're going to throw all this tea over. The reason they threw the tea over and only the tea is because the main thing that they were pissed about taxation on was the sugar, because sugar is what they made to make rum. And that was the predominant alcohol at the time, was rum. So the American Revolution was started over rum. I'll go to my grave arguing that point.
Yeah. I mean, I can't disagree.
Good. Moving on. Anyway, so
Point Greg.
yeah.
I mean, I just don't know the real answer to that, so therefore I can't disagree with you.
No.
Just trust me.
I mean, all I think of with rum is Jack Sparrow.
And you know what?
He was a solid rum advocate.
He was. He was probably the us of his time.
Yeah,
Right?
Absolutely. I mean,
Savvy?
I'd
Pirates of the Caribbean.
I'd
That's
listen,
all I can think
I'd
of.
listen to his podcast.
If he had one.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I would too. Arr.
Yeah.
Jack Sparrow.
Yeah. Well, you know what? One thing Jack would like about being at this house, the rum is never gone.
It's never gone.
Never
Endless
gone.
supply here.
Even
FYI.
when I try and thin it out, it just doesn't.
No.
Within like 3 weeks, somebody will say, "Hey, I heard you were low on rum. I just want to swing by and bring you a bottle." And I don't even make that up.
Yeah. That.
Actually, I was talking to Sean this week, who's just finished moving. In the process of moving, he found a bottle of rum he bought for us, and he's like, "I found it. I forgot I never gave it to you, so I'm going to bring it over."
Nice.
So, sometime in the next couple of weeks, he's going to bring us more rum.
So I just want to throw this out there to all you listeners. If you have a rum business and you're looking to have it advertised, what better way than to do it right here on the Rum and Nerdy Show? I'm telling you, they are the advocates for any type of rum, and they will definitely help you out.
Just leave it to our branding specialist.
I need to get rum advocate put on a shirt.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
and honestly, like in a heartbeat, I would take a sponsor and name the studio. I probably wouldn't do it for any. Like there's probably some lines I wouldn't cross.
Can we do like Fight Club shirts where it says Rum Club?
Oh,
What happens in the Rum Club stays in the Rum Club?
Absolutely.
Yeah, but we'd have to change it. Like what happens at Rum Club, we talk about for months.
I made a batch of
There we
rum.
go.
I made a batch of Rum and Nerdy Fight Club soap. And
See?
it was free. It was like it was rum scented, but it looked just like the Fight Club soap. I had
Hence the shirt.
Warren helped me make the little Rum and Nerdy stencil to
Yeah.
put into the soap mold.
Yeah, it turned out really great.
I have Rum and Nerdy the soap making capabilities.
Yeah.
Rum Club.
And before you leave, you know what? We should send you with a Rum and Nerdy T-shirt
Absolutely. I'll rock
because
it.
I got a box of them out in the garage.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, you can go on our website and contact us if you're interested. They're $20 a piece, but for you, $25.
25.
Why is my glass empty?
I love that I'm worth 25.
Need more rum?
I do.
Okay.
It was only a
Did you
Weffel
have
theme.
to ask?
That's
Okay.
That's the second rum because there was only enough rum for everyone to just have a little taste
Yeah.
of the first batch.
And although normally stocked up on plantation, that is the first one to get consumed around here. This is the Ron Marquise de la Valle 8-year rum. This is from a product of Colombia. Colombian rum.
I mean, I can tell you guys, they are not professionals. I literally had a sifter glass for plantation, and now I have a bucket for Ron. What?
No. Those are the appropriate glasses.
I know, but I love that there's glassware laid out for this.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Well, and
Well,
people,
I had to drink mine out of the bottle because you only had two of the fancy ones. But
people started giving me these tumbler glasses, which is like, we have the Central Florida Rum Council glasses. We've got
those are nice.
Kansas City Chiefs.
This is ETC.
Yeah, from our buddy Scott had given us those.
I don't see a Raiders cup.
You won't. Not in this house.
Yeah, that's not.
I may just
happening.
have to bring my own.
You could. I can't guarantee its safety.
I'll hide it.
Actually, you know what? In that closet there may be, because my dad used to wear a Raiders jacket in Kansas City just to piss everybody off.
Oh boy.
Your dad probably did that just to get into fights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like fighting someone.
So I think that there is a leather Raiders jacket, and if it fit you, I'd send it with you if you wanted it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you would swim in it.
That's fine with me.
Okay, we'll look after the show.
I love the fact that like we're business partners, but yet we are on opposite teams. Kansas City and Raiders are like the two biggest rivals.
Certainly,
Yeah.
some of, but there are
the
much longer running rivalries.
The Packers
Yes.
fan will disagree with you on that one.
Packers and Kansas City?
No.
No, Packers and Bears.
Oh no, I meant as far as like my team. Like
Oh yeah, your team's
Kansas
rivalry.
City and
Yeah.
Raiders have
Yeah.
been gone head to head so many times, and it's like a big thing.
Oh no, it absolutely is a big
Yeah.
thing. I'm just saying that big thing is not nearly as big as the
The Bears and the cheeseheads.
1921.
Is Aaron a cheesehead?
No, Cheese Mule is not a cheesehead. Actually, I don't know who Cheese Mule's team is.
If he was a Packer fan, that would really just be the icing on the cake.
Yeah. He's the Indianapolis Bum Diggities.
Really?
I don't know.
Oh, that's
He's-
my That's my hometown, Indiana.
I thought the Bum Diggities left Indianapolis.
And now they're fucking talking about this whole tax thing in Kansas City.
Oh, I saw that.
Dallas is like, come back to Dallas. Come back to Dallas. We'll have two teams. Fuck you.
Okay,
The
I'm not,
re-
wow. I'm not mad at this one either.
The,
Like, this one's good,
The
too.
rum? Oh yeah.
God, you guys fed me all that other woo, and this is like
Don't badmouth them. We're still trying to get them to sponsor us for 2 weeks.
I mean,
Before they go out of business in a month.
I'm like, wait a second.
Seriously, check them out.
I mean,
like tomorrow.
no
go there, yeah.
disrespect, but this is just like a whole different level.
Oh
Like,
yeah, no. This stuff's dynamite.
Why haven't we been drinking this the last 2 days?
Somebody wanted a margarita.
Yeah, Greg and I have been. Where have you been?
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
you
apparently
got
at the wrong table.
you got your margarita over here with your spicy
Or
stuff
I
and
mean,
your
the
thing.
wrong
in the...
bar cabinet because there's like 10 in this house.
Hey, you say tequila. There are good tequila options available to you.
And there's only two bar cabinets. There's the general stuff out on the bar and the rum in here.
Yeah, this is part of the.
And the kitchen counter. There's stuff on the kitchen
This is part of
counter, too.
Greg's.
But I took it out there for people being
Ah.
here. It doesn't live there.
This is part of Greg's private stock.
It's private.
Yeah. Actually, and I've been told, because, so I work from home 1 or 2 days a week. When I'm on video calls with people,
Yeah.
I've been told by people I work my day job with, they're like, hey, please re-aim your camera to not show your liquor table during work hours. So
It is directly behind your chair. That's,
yeah. Well, and they're like, show all your like Lego and your other collectibles and show all of that. Do not show your liquor table anymore, please.
I mean,
I don't blame the comment. I mean, it's an accurate comment.
You're fine. I guess I'm at work.
Yeah.
Counterpoint. You have a bottle of Baijiu on your Lego shelf, so
yeah.
This is accurate.
even your Lego shelf is not liquor free.
Do you know Baijiu?
No, but I was looking at it earlier.
Baijiu is the equivalent of Chinese white lightning.
But somehow worse.
This is somehow worse. This is the thing that when you
Chinese
hear
moonshine.
Yeah, when you hear about these business deals in China where they go over and they try and get you drunk,
Yeah.
this is the serving method for Baijiu is they give you a little tiny carafe and a shot glass that's about a third the size of a normal shot glass. So because when everybody does shots, you pour into that so that everybody is kind of measuring equal amounts and you're not doing big shots,
Right.
okay. So I go to a business meal, they pull 2 bottles of this out because there's like 14 of us at one of those big round tables with the Lazy Susan in the middle where they'd like have all the they just rotate and you take whatever you want. And they're like, okay, here. They bring us all a carafe. They pour the bottle into 14 carafes and they bring it. And I'm drinking mine. And one of my associate engineers on my team is like, Greg, I can't drink this. She had 2 shots and she's like, I cannot drink any more of this. I'm already feeling it after 2 tiny little shots. And I'm like, well, give it to me because I finished mine. Okay. And then somebody else is like, I'm out. And so we're going through and then they're like, okay, who wants another carafe? And I raise my hand. And the guy asking didn't realize that I already drank mine, most of another, and half of a third. And I'm going like, so how many of these do you drink before you're supposed to start feeling it? And he goes, oh yeah, like once you finish one, you should be feeling it. By like 1.5, you should be drunk. And I'm like, I've already drank over 2 of these, and I'm not buzzed yet. And they looked at me like, what, you're faking. I'm like, nope. They've watched me and goes, yeah, he drank like theirs and theirs.
Hospital?
Yeah, and the guy's like,
Hospital?
you
Either
don't.
that or they're gonna bow down to him.
Yeah, they're like, you don't need another one. Then I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I'd like the experience. I mean, like,
Yeah.
if I'm gonna
Everybody
drink
else-
something this strong, I want to get a buzz. And like,
Right.
you're really not. I'm like, no. And they look at me like, we're not drinking with you ever again.
For reference, I was at a party once, and we spilled some of it on the floor. And you know those old, like, the kind of linoleum tiles, the big blue, like almost businessy.
Oh, yeah.
Stained the floor. It the giant discolored spot where it had spilled. This stuff is nasty.
Okay, so story on my part. My whole family's from.
I did whiff of the Baiju.
Ooh.
Yeah.
My dad grew up in Martinsville, Indiana, and my grandpa used.
Big Baiju town.
Yes. My grandpa used to make moonshine out of car radiators, like back in the day when they used to do it. And he made a batch of White Lightning, and we lived in Northern California at the time, and my grandpa came to visit, and my dad was always, bring me some White Lightning, whatever. He brings it to him, and I'm probably 11 or 12 at this point. And it was in the fridge, and I said to my dad, I was like, what is this? And he goes, oh, it's moonshine. He goes, your grandpa made it. I go, moonshine? He goes, yeah, like it's called White Lightning.
Or squeezins.
So I go, can I try it? And he goes, no. He's just like, it's not for you. And I kept bugging him. And he's like, all right, whatever, you go ahead. He gave me a teaspoon,
Yeah.
a small teaspoon, and just not even filled the whole teaspoon of it.
Yeah. Like
Within-
there's enough for you to wet your lips on.
Right.
Yeah.
Within not even 3 minutes, I remember this vividly. I'm walking down the hallway to go to the bathroom, and everything went black.
Oh.
And I'm holding on to the walls, and I'm like literally falling down the wall.
How old?
I was like 12, 11 or 12.
Jeez.
And I just remember like I was just crumbling like a piece of paper, like just down the wall. And I remember like calling my dad, and I could hear him in the kitchen rolling, laughing, because he knew exactly how long it was going to take to put me on my ass. And I sat there for like 20 minutes. I was just like, this is not cool. Like, not cool at all. But my grandpa made it out of car radiators in the woods.
That's concerning.
Well, the funny thing
That's
is,
just how they did it.
from that day forward, the moonshine was also known as the babysitter.
The babysitter.
We're going to go see a movie. Drink this.
The paralyzer.
We'll be back in March. Who knows?
Well, tonight, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It was like a tranquilizer. It was just like you could not move. Like everything in your body just went.
Yeah.
My parents did the same thing to me with Benadryl. Okay, so I've got a surprise for us.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
What is this?
This is chocolate-covered bacon.
Oh
Chocolate-covered bacon. I've never had this.
Yeah, this is good stuff.
It's like regular bacon, but somehow better.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it has chocolate on it.
So, yeah.
Where do you get this?
There's a chocolatier down by Buena Vista, down by Disney.
Oh, is this a dark chocolate?
Yeah.
Is it
It's a dark
the
chocolate.
ganachery at Disney Springs?
It's not at Disney Springs, but it's near there. Sandy goes when her mom's visiting. So she brought this back for the show.
Oh, nice.
And I figured since you were here, I'd go ahead and bust it out.
So we're drinking rum,
You're drinking the real
rum and Coke,
You had the really good plantation. We got the chocolate covered bacon.
chocolate-covered bacon.
Rum and Nerdy is really rolling out the red carpet.
It is.
I don't know any way to make this better. Maybe fireworks afterwards.
Yeah, who knows? With some elote and some tacos.
Maybe a little bit of that. What's that called again?
Bye, Joe.
Bye, Joe.
You can
You will not make it to the plane.
It's gonna be like bye, Brandie. That's what it's gonna be called.
Somebody get her on standby.
I legally can't go past security to escort you on, so that's all you.
Oh,
That's
no,
all you.
Go for it.
No, I broke that.
No.
There you go.
I got it.
No, yes.
Not saying no twice.
So good.
Covered bacon.
Anyway,
There's very few things you can cover in chocolate and make worse.
yeah.
We can't go wrong with Candied Pig.
I insist
That's in our vernacular now. Candied Pig.
Candied Pig.
Should we rename the episode?
Yeah, Candied Pig.
Yeah. You know what? Yes.
Chocolate covered bacon.
Candied
Pig.
I insist that my dessert had a mother.
The no, officially, we're not going to re-record the beginning of it, but I am like when we save this is being saved as Candied Pig.
Candied Pig. Done.
Sorry,
And
Willy
I
Wonka.
even-
Someone beat you out with something better. Candied Pig.
I think I know what I want to do for the post credit.
Okay.
So
Fun.
yeah, maybe. Anyway, so speaking of fun, we spent the last 2 days in a development workshop for what we talked about last week, Modified by Ink. And not to go too much into it, but one of the things that we did was we created the IMDb page
Oh yeah.
and updated, yours and Cheese Mule's IMDb.
Yep. I got my picture on there now, so I look all official.
Yep. So did a couple corrections, but we created it.
Remembered my password because apparently I kept putting in the wrong one, right one 8 times. Whatever.
Yeah. So in this process, Brandie is of course, in addition to an executive producer of the show, on the talent side is shown as one of the hosts with a gentleman named Clean Rock One, who you all might know from the Ink show Ink Masters. He was second place on the 5th season, and then in a very dramatic finale for season 7 was a huge upset and also got second place. Later, though, in like season 11, he was able to coach a team. Mm-hmm. It was kind of a weird the way they broke it down. He coached a team that was able to win first place, and then in that process was able to finally procure himself a first place spot. And then after season 11, he had the opportunity a couple times to judge and work on some spinoffs. So great additional personality to put on the show. We filled out the producer unit, which is great. The 4 of us are producing, Cheese Mule and the 3 of us. And then finally, we did also get to add a production assistant. So we have one staff member for the show now, the production assistant, who is also our amazing intern, Tyler, has made it onto...
she has an IMDb page.
She has. We gave her a credit.
With credits.
And then... wrote about
just so you know,
bio.
sweetheart, I was not a part of that IMDb page. I'm just saying that now.
Yeah. So
it's pretty awesome. And like we didn't tell her. We're like, no.
Yeah.
We'll record about it today. She'll find out about it in real time.
So in her listening capacity, she just learned this, which we love for her.
yeah, I can almost hear the squealing through the internet.
Yeah. She is clacking away on her phone as we speak, trying to
Lighting up the Rum and
Google
Nerdy production
herself. Yeah.
group
Just
chat.
so you know, they thought that at a couple of points that you may have found the page. They literally sitting at the table. But
She was doing her usual analytical, this is misspelled, this should be rewritten, that's out of date review of everything that we had published to date, and she didn't find her own page.
Yeah.
yeah, you should have saw him squirming in his chair. He's like, "Oh my gosh, she's gonna find it."
Yeah, every time WhatsApp would show like Tyler's typing, it's like, oh, did you see it? Did she? No, she didn't.
Yeah.
But Greg misspelled wizarding.
Yeah. On a credit that I put in there like 6 years ago.
Hey, you worked on the wizardly world of Harry Potter. You should be proud of that.
The Wizarding world.
Yeah, that's what I said. The wizardly.
Wizarding.
Wizarding.
That's what you typed. Your thing was
I know.
wizardly,
I fixed it.
which I kind of like.
Yeah. And she's like, this shouldn't be capitalized. It's like, I felt like she graded a paper is what I felt like.
Which is why we're giving her the pitch deck, and she's going to earn that IMDb credit.
Yeah. There you go. By going through and proofreading for us.
Alrighty.
So you just got your first assignment after immediately just now finding out that you are a PA on a TV show.
Here's access to the box link.
Yeah.
Ed grade our paper.
Currently, by the way, and to clarify, this pays the same as the internship.
I had no part in that either.
Yeah. We'll see.
She knows.
Yeah.
We'd offer to cut her in on the profit sharing, but we felt really guilty taking money from her.
Anyway, so
So yes, we've
Enjoy
had
that.
a great 2 days, literally sitting at the round table, typing away. I think we had 7 laptops at one point and a huge TV.
Yeah, 65-inch TV.
65-inch TV, and we all worked well. We got. I think we did a significant amount of damage in 2 days. I think we really did.
Gosh.
Yeah, we're down the right path.
The pitch deck looks.
I mean, my ass
fantastic.
hurts from sitting, but other
Yeah.
than that, I think
Well, and that's the thing. I thought we were going to kind of like do not really a team building. I don't want to call it that. I thought we were going to relax and kind of connect. And last night after we ate dinner, we didn't go into the pool and drink and have cigars. We went back to work until 10:30.
Yeah. Everyone's like, "Hey, do you want to have a cigar?" I'm like, "No, I want to go home because I got to be back here tomorrow at 8 a.m." Like, yeah, I'd like to. Sounds like fun. No.
But we definitely we made a good dent in things. I'm really happy with the last 2 days.
Oh
And
God, yeah.
yeah,
God, yeah.
For shizzle.
I think we worked together pretty well.
Yeah, it's going to, and the story, God, there's so many.
It's
I want to say there's so many great stories, but here's the thing. A lot of these stories are not great. A lot of these are shocking.
They're
a lot
all-
of these stories are.
they're all stories about overcoming adversity. And
It's reality.
Oh my God.
It is real reality that most people don't like to talk about, but we're going to talk about it.
Yeah.
No, most people don't, or like because there's some reality out there where the Real Housewives of Atlanta or any of that bullshit. There's a level of just humanity that is told in these stories that some people don't even know exists.
Right.
Like, some of this is crazy.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people do know that it exists. I just don't think that they've ever experienced anybody that's been through it. So I think this reality show really gives a platform for people that, have stayed so silent in their traumas and tragedies that now it's no longer looked at as something that you can't talk about. People want to know your like trauma. Like all these reality shows is like all the drama, the fighting, this and that. That's all played out. It's the trauma that's the real drama today. In 2024, it's all about the trauma. People want to know what you've gone through, and then they want to know, how did you get through it?
Yeah.
That is the real answer at the end of these stories, is you're going to see how these people's lives have changed and how they are navigating through life now with the way things are so different in the world. And trauma is something that people want to see. I mean, it's like I always try to explain to everybody, you're on the freeway and there's a really bad accident because the traffic isn't moving anywhere, right?
Yeah.
There's a fatality. You already know it. So when you get up there and you're driving by the accident scene, you don't pay attention. You don't just look forward and keep driving. You look. You can't help it. You want to look, no matter how bad and that person lost their life, you want to see.
See, I don't look because I know that person's having the worst day of their life.
Well, right, but most people do look. They want to see.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing with these reality, these stories about people. No matter how traumatic it is, people want to know. They want to know what you went through. They want to know who you are because of what you went through. That's how you understand somebody.
So this show addresses PTSD, drug addiction, homelessness, gang life, burn victims, cancer,
Human trafficking.
So many topics that are just heart-wrenching. But again, the stories are so gripping.
Yeah,
and so emotional.
And not to go into any detail. Drug addiction. Let's see, loss of a child, suicide survivors, self-harm. Was an interesting one, but the human trafficking part, because you had put out basically a casting call on social media to find people.
Yeah.
And without not going into any detail, human trafficking is one of the hardest ones to fill because people are afraid to tell those stories. And just some of the ones that you've received, again, not going into any detail on anybody, some of those stories are just insane.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane.
I mean, I've had quite a few conversations with some girls from human trafficking, and it's hard to believe that this stuff is happening, but it really is. And the crazy part is that like everyone thinks with like human trafficking that, it's some old creepy guy, or it's this or that, or it's cartel or whatever. It's not just that.
Yeah, you
the
hear
biggest
family
problem is family members, and a lot of human trafficking.
Which is shocking and sad in ways I have a hard time expressing. Like, that's insane to me.
Most of my stories that I have dealt with have been from their own families.
Yeah, that's crazy. And also,
we've had people who've reached out to tell their story to us, to you, and after looking into what we're trying to do in the stories, and have backed out because they're afraid of being found. They're afraid of telling a story that puts them in danger. So the process of us now trying to find the right candidate for these stories, we realize becomes infinitely more difficult and sensitive about the way we have to tell that story to prevent them from being endangered.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be probably our most sensitive episode that we're going to do. We would definitely going to be treating it very delicately. If we have to change their name, disguise their voice, or blur their face out, I mean, we're willing to do that. But in the end, we're all about, helping people and raising awareness for, people out there that really don't understand what this is.
Yeah.
It's really, it's in your own home.
And with all of this, with these terrible stories, we're bringing awareness, helping charities, telling great stories, but also we've got some good surprises that we're working on for the show. Some of the things that happen in the episodes, and not like surprises like, hey, look, you have a new car. No, it's like surprises that are wonderful, that really getting some surprising people willing to come and help and celebrate and bring this awareness and help. So we're excited about that as well.
Absolutely.
It's going to be a good show. It's going to be a good show, genuinely.
It is.
So if you have a bunch of money that you would like to invest, please deposit that directly in my personal account. But I'm not going to give that out here, so contact me.
So instead, just go to show@rumandnerdy.com.
There you go. You can reach out to us. Show@rumandnerdy.com, or once we have
Zell us through. Yeah.
Once the production has the website up and going too, we'll announce that on the show and talk about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I'm super excited for this show. I mean, it's taken me 2 years to really dial it in, but now that with all of us and the team effort, I think we're onto something good here, guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
this is gonna be good. This is gonna be really good.
Cool. Well, after 2 days of that, working on those stories, this is all I want to talk about. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
It's
exhausting.
Because one, it's really heavy content, and it's also just the sheer act of working. Like a 12-hour day yesterday. Like it's a lot of work.
Yeah,
and it's reading heavy material over and over again and spell checking it and.
Well, that's like I explained to you guys before, like when I created Ink Therapy, and I did that show literally by myself, and I found every story and everything. And I knew going into this, I almost didn't do this second show. I almost didn't do it because I knew the heavy weight that came with finding the people for these episodes.
Yeah.
And it triggers my trauma. Every time. So there's times where I actually got through, especially a domestic violence. I got halfway through a story and I had to put it down, and I didn't touch it for weeks.
Wow.
Because it's just that traumatic. Like, these stories, guys, are just, they're unreal, and it's hard for me to pick and choose because I want to help everyone.
Yeah.
And eventually we will. There's going to be avenues where that hopefully with the podcast coming out and tattoo artists can jump on a board and we get them to do 1 or 2 free tattoos for domestic violence every month, or this or that. Like, I'm working on all kinds of stuff, but the weight of this it's exhausting. And I think you guys can understand now, like after these last 2 days, I've been doing this for the last 10 years and being a trauma victim of so many different areas. Like, I tell people all the time, like, you can't explain to you how draining this is and how hard it is for me, but at the end of the day, I still keep fighting for this. Like,
there's enough of a reward. You see that value in it.
It is, and it's really become my form of therapy, because there's no therapist out there that really can tell me how to get through these things. But what I have found is that meeting these people and their stories, they show me their forms of therapy and how they handle things. And it teaches me another way to handle mine.
Nice.
So it's a give, it's a give and give, but yeah, it is. There's a lot of weight that comes to continuously reading over these stories and learning these people. And then when we get into the actual tattoo studio and we start filming it and you really see the pain and you feel their energy and their emotions and their crying. Like on my last show, there's some reveals that I couldn't even sit through. Like I had to walk out. I was not a part. Like if you go back through season 1 and season 2, there's a lot of reveals that I wasn't even a part of. One, because they were just too hard and seeing them, or, other reasons. But yeah, the reveal is the hardest. Oh. That's like the hardest part.
Yeah. So, again, I would keep tying to the emotionality of the show and everything. So, before you move on and head back to the airport and get out of here, let's talk about some fun stuff.
Okay.
Right. So,
you showed us pictures of your dog.
Yeah, and
A dog.
I do.
D
you have a dog and a cat, though, right?
I have a dog and a cat. Yes.
And you have other pets.
Which one? Really important question. Only the hard hitting ones. Which one do you love more?
Both. I'm not going to say that.
Yeah, just in case your pets listen to the Rum and Nerdy podcast.
They might.
Maybe. You never know. You never know.
So speaking of pets, you don't just have a cat and a dog. You also have kids.
I mean, grown adults more like it, but I do have a granddaughter. So, I mean, that's more of a pet.
You're a grandma?
I'm a grandma. I'm a Gia. I am. She's 4, and she thinks she rules the world.
Your granddaughter's the same age as my daughter.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. I started young. So, yeah. I was married at 20, 18 when I had her, married at 20, 21 when I had my son.
Also, apparently, I'm the baby in the room, so.
Yeah, you are the youngest.
Yeah.
Yeah. The least amount of seasoned. Yeah.
True story.
I mean, I enjoy it. At first, it was a little weird. I said absolutely no to the grandma. So
Really?
I was on the internet looking for the trendy alternative.
What'd you end up with?
Gia.
Gia.
Is that, what is the origin of that?
Gia came, I want to say it was Italian. There was it was Gianna. There was a Gia something. I don't know. There was several things that had GIA in front of it.
Okay.
And so after I don't know, it was a good hour or two, I was like, let's just call me Gia.
That's way cooler than
It's
Gam
way
Gam.
cool. Yeah.
That's
And
cool.
so, and then, they would abbreviate grandma, GMA. And I was like, and then I saw the I, and I was like, you know what? No, we're just going to go with Gia. So
Gia.
it just was Gia.
I really like that.
Yeah.
I really like that.
My kids had my ex's grandma, so it had been their great grandma, and that was Grammy.
Mm-hmm.
The direct grandmothers were Mimi and Nana.
Okay.
So nobody ever really went by grandma.
Yeah.
I
think I want to be Papa when I have a grandkid, if I ever have a grandkid. Right now, both my kids are like, don't hold your breath.
Yeah.
I mean, mine said the same thing, but my daughter gave me one. I don't know about my son, but you never know.
He may give you a whole bunch. You just don't know about him.
I don't know. He loves his cats.
Yeah. True story.
Yeah.
Like he loves his cats and show tunes, or
No, he has 2 cats. He's all about cats.
What
he's not a dog lover. He's a cat lover.
Yeah, that's totally me.
Yeah.
What are their names? They have cool cat names?
Zero. One is called Zero because Zero is almost blind.
Please tell me the other one is Dark 30.
No, it's not dark.
that's just weird.
What? That's a solid cat pair.
Oh, I've never heard that. No.
I'm weird and original, apparently.
His name is Bentley.
Bentley. Oh, that's
Bentley.
cool. Bentley. Oh, that's
Bentley
cool.
and Zero.
So I had my first 2 cats, Bartleby and Loki.
Oh my goodness. That seems like you. Yes.
From Dogma. Yeah.
Yeah, that seems like you.
People are like, "Oh wow, is that like the gods or whatever?" I'm like, "No, it's Ben Affleck and Matt Damon."
So ours, Artie, named after Artie Lang.
Okay.
Dexter, after the show Dexter.
Solid.
And Zoe, because it's just a weird name. Like Zoe.
I love Zoe. Zoe's my favorite.
So my
We got Zoe
cat.
from him.
You did.
My cat is.
Almost didn't because I didn't want to let that cat go.
He's all black,
Mm-hmm.
and he has green eyes. And my kids adopted him September 18th, and they did it because in the month of October they don't allow you to adopt
Nope.
black cats.
Nope.
And
Really?
it's the whole month because of sacrifice, Halloween, all of that. So you can't adopt a black cat in the
Not
month.
because they're superstitious, but because people are stupid.
People do it. Yeah,
It's all stupid.
Yeah. So in the month of October, you can't adopt a black cat, especially in LA County.
Yeah.
So they went in 2 weeks early and they found this black cat because I always said I wanted a black cat.
Yeah.
Well, I have green eyes. So not only did they find a black cat, but they found an all black cat with bright green eyes.
Nice.
Well, he grew to be 24 pounds. So
That's a
he's huge. His name is Zay. I named him Zay.
Zay,
So he's a
nice.
warrior.
He's officially in like Panther classification.
I
was
call him
gonna
my
say.
Black Panther. He's my Black
awesome.
Panther. But he's with my daughter now, and he loves her, and he just totally forgot about me. So
So
Yeah.
Zoe is my Wakanda kitty.
Wakanda kitty, yeah.
Bartleby and Loki were black cats. They were also,
Yeah.
they were brothers. They had to be adopted together because they were like surrendered together, and nobody wanted them because it's hard enough to adopt a black cat
Yeah.
on their own, but a pair of black cats. So
Yeah, not a lot of people want that kind of.
fell on that sword. They're the best. Oh my god, it's like my favorite cats.
Yeah, I love my cat, but he has literally betrayed me. So I'm gonna have to say my dog is on the top of the list right now.
That's how cats operate. If your cat doesn't try to kill you at least once a day, is it even really a cat?
Yeah.
It's like, oh God, that you're petting me on my belly. That feels so good. I love it, but I am bound by tradition to scratch and bite the shit out of you.
Yeah, pet bite.
He's not even like that. He's just like, if he's obsessed with you, he's obsessed with you. Like, and he was obsessed with me, and now when I go and see him, he's like, I don't know, get away from me.
Who are you?
I'm like,
What are you doing? Why
I'm
are
your
you here?
mom. But no, he's now my daughter's cat, so
Oh,
that's okay.
that's fine. What kind of dog?
I have a French bulldog. His name is Rocky B. He is named after Rocky Balboa because that is my all-time favorite movies. I am a Rocky fan. The most inspirational quotes come out of the Rocky movies.
Do you know that Rocky? Do you know Sylvester Stallone still has Cuff and Link?
No.
The two turtles from the original Rocky movie?
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it. Those
in
things live for
1971?
like 100 years.
He still has them. He posted a picture to Twitter a while back where it was like him with Cuff and Link.
Oh, that's awesome. I love hearing that.
You know, he sold his dog to get money to make the I don't know, it was like live off of right before the movie got picked up. But then when he sold the script, bought the dog back
Aw.
Yeah.
or some shit like that.
The Rocky series minus but 5. I didn't like 5. 5 sucked. But
That was the Tommy Morrison one.
yeah, the Tommy Gunn or whatever. Yeah. But
But there's still a lot of great information in 5.
and even Balboa. I'm assuming you saw Balboa.
I've watched every movie probably a million. It's my favorite.
Yeah.
It's hands down my favorite movie.
They did such a good job when he came back and did, effectively 6.
Yeah.
Did such a good job with that movie. Oh
Well,
my
I
gosh.
mean, even continuing into Creed.
Yeah.
Like the Creed movies are great. You know, they did a really
Yeah.
good job with it. But I love everything that he's about. I love his character. I love the inspiration that he is. Everything that he says. Like I've literally in my darkest moments relived Rocky movies to help myself get out of depression.
Absolutely.
I think my
Absolutely.
favorite quote that from and I forgot which movie it was but effectively I think what he said is Yo, Adrian.
It's not how hard you get hit. It's how hard you get hit and keep moving forward or something like that. Yeah. No, there's a bunch of good ones in
mostly vowels.
there.
No.
No, it was really good. And I was talking to somebody a long time ago, and they're like, I don't know, I don't really like boxing. I'm like, they're not about
boxing.
That's like saying Back to the Future is about DeLoreans. It has nothing. It has nothing to do with it.
That's the whole thing. Is like everyone always says like the same exact thing. Oh, well, this part in the movie, this, that. And I'm like, do you not like listen to what the story is? Like what he's saying and what he's doing and like, and that like, I don't know. It drives me nuts. But my dog is named after Rocky Balboa.
Cool.
Rocky B. the bully.
My last thing on that, because the original Rocky movie, when a buddy of mine, who's much older than me, told me this story. When the lottery came to Florida, there was a couple that like sold everything they owned and just bought all of the lottery. They took all of the money and put it into lottery tickets. And they were being interviewed by somebody on the news because this is like the first time the lottery had ever come to Florida.
Right.
And couple's being interviewed, and he's like, so what made you guys do this? Like, sometimes you got to go in. You just got to go all in, like Rocky. And the guy giving the interview is like, yeah, but Rocky lost. And the couple was just stone-faced. Like, he's like, okay, back to you, Jim.
But see, that's the thing.
It's like,
but
wow.
that's the thing is that Rocky never lost.
Well, no,
No matter what, he won. Like, he won.
He triumphed.
Yes.
He always triumphed. He always overcome. He
was always the bigger person.
He achieved his goals. Rocky's goal in the first movie was to go the distance. He wanted to last every round. He wanted to be there every round. He didn't win the fight.
No. But where he won is that he stayed humble.
Yeah.
Through all of it. That's where he won, is that he stayed humble.
Where he won was he still got this big fat ass check from even participating.
Where he really won is he was able to get that egg stain out of that crappy gray sweatshirt, because that bugs the shit out of me every time. When he's chugging the eggs in that one scene, it's right down the front.
And he got the girl.
He Gregged it all the way down the front of his shirt.
He Gregged it. Fuck yourself. Fuck yourself. Yeah. Hey, on that note, we got to get her on either we either need a driver or get her in an Uber.
Yeah, we'll get an Uber.
Yeah. So we should wrap up. Brandie, thanks for taking the time out of your life to fly out and work on this show. Thanks for being on the podcast twice.
Yes. I'm excited. You're welcome, guys.
It's fun.
You've officially hit regular status.
Regular status.
Yeah. Yeah. Once you
apparently my sounds are epic.
Epic, yeah.
Epic.
Yeah.
Epic.
We can have you do more just random rum reviews. We should have you do rum reviews on Instagram and then just tag us.
I mean, I could. I mean, you guys could have like that button, where like you say something funny and then it has like my voice going, oh, yeah.
I have a thing that does that.
Yeah, you do.
See, but you need to record me doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll head up.
Okay. In true voice actor style, give us a couple of oohs and ahs.
Ooh. Ah, yes.
One more, but with the emphasis on the yes.
Yes.
And well, that was great. And can we get a? That's tasty.
That's tasty.
Perfect.
And scene.
And
what is it? Cut, print.
Yeah. Cut, print. Check the gate. Moving on.
Yeah.
There we go.
Tasty.
Well, thank you. Don't forget to check out our social media. Your social are Angels in Ink.
Angels in Ink. Yes.
And otherwise, thank you, Dave Martin.
DemoDavePro.com.
Hopefully get to see that dude soon. And you gotta meet Shannon and Dave out in Vegas.
Yes.
They're fantastic. But check us out on our website, rumandnerdy.com. That's rumandnerdy.com.
Social
and
media.
just a quick shout out to the rums that we decided to endure today. We have
Endure.
I
think that's the wrong adjective.
Well, whatever.
Enjoyed.
We decided to
enjoyed.
Enjoy. Okay, how about we just decided to suck it down. Okay. Plantation rum. And how do I say this? Ron Marquis Del Val?
Sure.
Is that how it's said?
Okay.
Works for us.
I have no clue, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, the two white guys are definitely going to tell you how to pronounce that.
I can't see.
Anyway, so
blurry.
yeah, check us out on our website, rumandnerdy.com. That's rumandnerdy.com.
Social media is we're also at Rum and Nerdy. Also
You can,
A&D,
yeah, you can email us at show@rumandnerdy.com, which we love. Please reach out to us. We love hearing from everybody. Tell us what you think of the show. If you have a topic, whatever, just email us. Otherwise,
Brandie needs to leave
It's
us
been
out.
great, guys.
she doesn't know the final words.
She doesn't know
What is the
words.
final words? What do I say?
Stay nerdy, my friends.
Stay nerdy, my friends.
Rising up, back on the street. Did my time, took my chances. Went the distance, now I'm back on my feet. Just a man and his will to survive. So many times it happens too fast. You trade your passion for glory. Don't lose your grip on the dreams of the past. You must fight just to keep them alive. It's deep, eye of the tiger. It's the thrill of the fight. Rising up to the challenge of our rival. And the last known survivor stalks his prey in the night. And he's watching us all with the eye of the tiger.
The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.